Let's take a look at a modern retread plant so you can see how retreads will save your fleet money and provide the same safety and performance as higher-priced new tires, while at the same time helping the environment. Retreads may look round and black, but they are really very green, with one of the highest post-consumer contents of any recycled product. And now it's time for the tour.
Hi, I'm John Ogilvie, and I will be walking you through your Retread plant tour today. This is the first stage of our process, initial inspection. The first thing he's going to do is a visual inspection of the casing. He's going to be looking for any damage to the casing. He's going to be looking for nail holes, section repairs, any bead damage. You see all the tires come in with a barcode, which is attached at our point of sale. That barcode gives us all the information as far as customer, what we're going to do with the casing, retread design, any particular instructions that you want done with your casing, all that is included on the barcode. After he's determined the casing is okay, he's going to go on to the machine. The machine is going to inject 25,000 volts through the casing. If it detects a nail hole, the machine's going to stop. He'll be able to pinpoint exactly where the hole's at. Once he's completely done inspecting the tire, he's going to verify on the computer that it's all good, it's ready to go down the line, and then we'll move on to our next stage. After the tires pass initial inspection, then they come to the chirography machine. The tire's going to go up into the machine. Inside there's two laser cameras that are going to come up through the center of the casing. The cameras are going to pick up any movement in the casing. That's what we're looking for. Any air that's trapped inside the casing would be a separation, and that's what it's going to find. The cameras are actually going to cut the tire up into 9 different segments, and each segment we're going to get 28 pictures of that segment. It's going to take about 3 minutes to do a whole tire. Once it's done, we can look at the monitor and we can find any separation from bead to bead, meaning from one bead all the way around the sidewall, down the other sidewall to the other bead. We can look at the entire casing. If there's any separations whatsoever in that casing, this machine will find it. This is the buffing stage of our operation. At this station, we mount the tire on the buffer on an expandable hub. He inflates the tire. There's a rasp on there with about 50 blades on it that's going to shave the tread design off. As the tire rotates in one direction, the blades are rotating in the opposite. He's going to make several passes back and forth until we get 3/32 of an inch left of rubber. So all we're doing is removing the tread design and leaving a little bit of rubber on top of the steel. Once he's finished removing all of the tread design, he's then going to trim the shoulders down to a specified tread size. Every casing that comes into this plant, because we're ISO certified, must be done exactly the same way every time. When he's completed buffing the tire, he'll deflate it, put it up on the monorail. Everything from here on out, every tire's up on the monorail. There's no more rolling the tires around on the ground. The rubber that's created from this operation is sucked out of the plant into a trailer. Once the trailer is full, we have a company that picks up the trailer and they make the rubber mats that you see that he's standing on here. 100% of this material is used and nothing is wasted here. This is what we call skiving. He's going to use a series of small hand grinders and buffing tools to take out all of the damage. Any rock cuts got to be completely removed. Anywhere there's exposed steel, it's got to be cleaned up and removed. He's also looking for nail holes. Anything in the state of California that's 50% of the way through the casing is an automatic repair. So if he probes the casing and he's through half of the plies in there, he's going to mark it for a repair, and it will then go to the repair station to be fixed properly. Once he's finished skiving the tire, he's going to remove any loose dirt that's on the casing using a wire brush. We don't want any loose rubber dust on there because we'll lose adhesion. The next thing he's going to do is brand the casing with our dot code and the date that this tire was produced. This is our repair station. The repairs have already been marked before they got to this area. What he's going to do is remove all of the injury. It's very important that I remove all the injury, all the damage to the casing. Once he's removed all the damage, he's going to prepare a surface inside the casing for a patch. He's going to clean it. They're going to cement the whole area inside and out, let that dry for about 10 minutes. For a proper repair, you never want to just pull a plug through the casing. You want to actually remove all of the damage, and then you're going to fill it with raw rubber so you have a solid plug from inside to outside. You're also going to have a tapered edge on the outside, a tapered edge on the inside, so that there's no way that plug can be ejected. Then they'll put a patch behind that, which the way these patches are made is actually stronger than the sidewall of the casing was when it was new. Even with a 3/4 inch hole in the tread area or a 3-inch long gash in the sidewall, we can repair that tire successfully. It can run down the road and you can retread it several times over. At this stage in the process, the casing is ready for rubber. What we're going to do first, we're going to mount the tire on the machine, inflate the casing, then we're going to move the tire to the head of the machine. Coming through the machine is what we call a raw rubber. It's going to go up through an auger, it's going to be heated and churned, and it's going to come out kind of like Play-Doh. It's going to be forced onto the machine. It's going to cover the casing from buffed edge to buffed edge all the way around. At the same time it's applying this thin layer of raw rubber, it's filling all of our sky valves, any repairs that we've done on the casing, so you have a nice smooth surface for the tread to adhere to. Now we're going to apply the tread. Our tread, being a pre-cured rubber, already comes in a tread design. We have many different sizes, shapes, different tread designs, trailer, traction, whichever you prefer. The back of the tread has a light buff texture to it that will allow the cushion to adhere to it. The tire, of course, has a buffed edge that allows the rubber to adhere to it. The machine is going to apply the tread automatically. All he has to do is load the rubber. It's going to go through the machine. It's going to come around until it hits a laser switch, which is going to shut it off at a determined length. So it is exactly right. When he puts the splice together, it's just a perfect length. When he's all done with it, he's going to put a wick pad on the tire. Then he's done, and he sends it down the line to the next station. This is where we install the envelopes, which is the first step out of 3 in the chamber area. We're going to select an envelope to fit on the casing. We have many different sizes to fit all the different size casings. He's going to wrap the edge of the envelope around the machine. He's going to spread it open. Then he's going to insert the tire into the envelope. This envelope is what allows us to get direct pressure on the casing. Okay, he's going to close the envelope down, open the machine up. Now the casing's ready to move on to the next stage. Now we've got an envelope on there, we've got the arc bands on there. Now we just need to make sure we have a good tight seal. Once we're done with the vacuum check, if we have a good solid seal, now we're ready to go into the chambers. This is our curing chamber area. This chamber cures at 210 degrees. We've got to have time, which is 3 hours and 40 minutes. Then we have air pressure at 85 psi directly on that tread area. Once we've unloaded the chamber, we bring them back over here, and we're going to reverse the process we did earlier. We're going to pull the arc bands off. Then we're going to take the envelope off. And after that, we're ready for final inspection. This is the final stage of the retread process. We're going to do a final inspection. This is a lot like initial, where we're going to do a visual inspection of the casing. We're going to run the non-destructive technology inspection machine a second time. So this is the second time we run it across here, just to assure that we catch all the nail holes. He's going to shoot the barcode, pull it up on the computer. He's going to verify we have the correct tread design on there. Then he's going to final it, and we're going to print a tag. Very last thing we're going to do, we're going to paint the casing so that it looks like a brand new tire. In some cases, this will actually run better than a brand new tire. You get more mileage out of it. We're going to tag it, It's got all of our customer information, all the information, everything we did to it as far as tread design, repair, and it's ready for delivery. And I just want to thank you. My crew wants to thank you for watching this videotape today. And remember that what we're doing here is recycling tires and keeping them out of our landfills.
To learn more about retreading, visit the Tire Retread and Repair Information Bureau at www.retread.org or call our toll-free number 888-473-8732.